In this Try It exercise, we're further looking at utilizing frequency tables and determining statistics from that. In this problem, we're given a table that includes the year, total number of crashes that year for the years 1994 through 2011. It's broken up into two main columns, or two main sections of columns. A year in the first column, total number of crashes corresponding in the second column, then another set of years and the total number of crashes corresponding to those. So the first part asks us what the frequency of deaths are from 2000 to 2004. So measured from 2000 to 2004 is just the sum of the frequencies for those individual years: 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, and 2004. So we're looking at 37,526 because that's what corresponds to the year 2000, plus 37,862 plus 38,491 plus 38,477 plus 38,444. When we find that sum, we get 190,800. So that's the frequency of deaths from 2000 to 2004. The second part asks us for the percentage of deaths after 2006. So if we're looking at 2006, we want everything after that: 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, and 2011. And it's just going to be the frequency of those years, the sum of the frequencies of those years divided by the total, 653,782. So first we find 37,435 plus 34,172 plus 30,862 plus 30,296 plus 29,757. If we find that sum, we get a total of 165,522. And again, we want to divide by the total, which is the 635,782. 653,782. And that comes out to approximately 0.249, or in other words, since it asked for percent, or 24.9%. So again, we found percent of deaths after 2006. We took the frequency of the deaths for 2007 through 2011, added those together, and we divided by the total, 653,782. Part C, we're asked for the relative frequency of deaths 2000 or before. Well, relative frequency is the same thing as percent. The only difference is that we can give relative frequency as a decimal, and there's no question of that. So we want everything before 2000. And other than that, it will be the same problem as Part B. The only difference is that we're going to find all of these years, so 1999 back to 1994. And it says to include 2000 because it says 2000 or before, so we want to include 2000 as well. So we'll start with 37,526 plus 37,140 plus plus. We add the frequencies up from 2000 to 1994, and when we get that figure, that is 260. So the frequency is 260,086. And again, we added up 37,526, 37,140, all the way back to 36,254. So the relative frequency equals that sum divided by the total, or 260,086 divided by 653,782, and that is approximately 0.398, or 39.8%. So approximately 0.398 or 39.8% of deaths occurred in 2000 or before from our data. Part D, we're asked for the percent of deaths that occurred in 2011. Well, we just simply go to the amount in 2011, which is 29,757, the frequency, and we divide by the total, 653,782, and we're going to get approximately 0.0455, or 4.55%. So the percent of deaths from 1994 to 2011 that occurred in 2011 is 4.55%. Now, last but not least, with Part E, we're asked to find the cumulative relative frequency for 2006. So the cumulative relative frequency, we want the relative frequency from 1994 all the way to 2006. So we would add these up, the frequencies, 38,648 plus 39,252, so on and so forth, all the way back to the beginning in 1994. And when we do that, we get a number of 491,260. We're going to divide that by the total, which again is 653,782. And that is approximately 0.751 or 75.1%. Now, what does this mean? This means that between 1994 and 2011, 75.1% of the deaths occurred in 2006 or before. Note that this also means we could subtract that from 100%, and this also means that 24.9% of deaths in that same time frame, 1994 to 2011, occurred after 2006.